Okay, so I just connected QuickBooks with n8n. It took me a minute because I wasn't entirely sure how to do it. And the videos that are on YouTube don't really give you any information on how to do it either, right? Like they essentially just take you to this step right here. Let me bring this down. They take you to this step right here and tell you to, oh yeah, once you get to this step, just fill in your client ID and client secret and you're all connected. And that's not quite how it goes. So I wanted to make this quick video to help anybody who is kind of in that position and doesn't know how to connect QuickBooks with n8n, because there's a few extra steps that you need to take that those two videos that I watched don't provide, right? There's just like, go into n8n and open up this trigger here, right? Go into here, go right over here, find QuickBooks. Look, you found QuickBooks, and now whatever action you want to do, and then you come into here and you just enter in your information, and you're all connected. Not quite. It's not quite how it works. So I want to create this video to show you exactly how it's going to work. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to go right over here to developer.intuit.com, which will take you to this page. Next, because you need these API keys, since you need a client ID and you need the client secrets, we need to go right here. Get your client API keys today. So once you do that, you're not going to have this one because this is the one I just created, but you will have this, right? You will have at least one of these. So you want to create a new workspace. So we'll go ahead and click this. You don't need to tell me this again. And we want to get started. So what are we going to call this? Let's just call this YouTube Developer Workspace. That's perfect. My company name, let's just go with company name. That's fine. What country are we in? We are in, no, it's all. Okay, we are in the United States. Then we need to search an address. So let's go ahead and just use that address right there. Yes, that works. Yes, our suggestion versus what you entered. That is fine. Okay, and then you want to enter in your name, your email, and your phone number. Go ahead and click next. This is going to load. Great. So now you've just created your workspace. I am kind of in the way, aren't I? So now it shows open workspace. Okay. So now you're going to come right in here. And the thing that you need to do and understand about connecting Intuit or just connecting your QuickBooks with n8n is that they want you to create an app. Now, I'm not entirely sure why you need to create an app to connect your client ID and your authentication and your client secret. I am not entirely sure, but that's what you have to do. So once you are in your workspace again, and I'll move this over here, you just need to go right here and create an app, right? So we're under the apps tab right below it. You go ahead and you create an app. You don't need to show this to me. Get started. So what's your app name? Let's call it n8n YouTube. Next thing you want to do, authorization scope, you want to enter in both of these so everything connects. So right, so n8n and QuickBooks have that API connection, right? So if you, depending on what you want, if you want the accounting, you want the payment, whatever it is, I selected both of them just so n8n can see everything inside of my QuickBooks. So when I want to create anything, whether that's creating a new estimate or an invoice, whatever it might be, it could see all of this stuff. And if you could even create an accounting workflow, probably, but that's not what this one's about. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and click done. We're going to say, yes, I confirm this. And then permissions will be done. And then the next step we have to take, right? Okay, so right here, it says your app is ready for testing, right? Here it says you could shows your credentials. I don't care since this is a test account. So if you want to steal them, they're not going anywhere. So I'm going to delete this after we're done. But right here is where I thought I was done. I was like, okay, great. Here's my client ID. Here's my client secret. Let's just go back to n8n, plug them in, good to go. Not quite. There is another step you need to take. So we need to go to open app. Right here, See how it says right here in development? Yes, you need to be in production. So you want to go right here to get production keys, right? Then, right, here's the toggle, right? You go from development to production. You need to go to your app details and start filling out all of this information, right? You need to add the end user license agreement, a privacy policy, host domain, launch URL, and disconnect URL. You need to go through all of these drop downs and answer all of the questions and fill in all of the information. Once you complete all of that information, and on top of that, I will tell you that I do have the end user license agreement and privacy policy that I had Gemini just complete for me, and also told me which URLs and stuff to the host domain, launch URL, and disconnect URL to enter in. So I will go ahead and create a specific Google Doc. And I'll go ahead and I'll link that below so you have all of the information that you need. And maybe I'll just copy and paste everything from Gemini so you can see all of it. Okay, so once you've completed all of your app details, this compliance section right here will then unlock, if you will, right? This will then become non-grayed out like it is right now. And once you go through that, it says 40 minutes. It didn't take me 40 minutes only because I am not creating an app where people like you or end users are actually going to be using this app, right? Like I'm not sending this app out into the world, right? This connection is just for business, private, internal use. So maybe the things that I answered allowed it to go quickly because I only was about 20% of the way through compliance when I submitted it, and I ended up getting approved. But I will say, if you are going to just use this for your internal use only, I did the first time that I sent it in and submitted it, I didn't get approved. It said pending additional information or something along those lines because of the reCAPTCHA, right? So I just said, no, I don't have a reCAPTCHA on my app or whatever it was. It didn't like that. So what you want to do if you're doing something similar to me, where you are just creating this for internal use and creating some sort of automation flow in your company, you want to just say, no, I'm not collecting payments through my app or something like that. So I don't have reCAPTCHA. It's in one of the drop downs. You'll see it once you go through this app assessment questionnaire and you go through the compliance section. So once you get through the app details, this compliance will then open up and you'll be good to go. Then once that is approved and submitted, they will send you an email, and it'll say something like this, right? Your application, more than one application process, blah blah blah. Yeah, so it'll go through it. It'll tell you that, hey, we're going through this. We're gonna review it. I didn't, and we'll get back to you basically. They never got back because I think my thing, I just refreshed the page and I was approved. But either way, that is the process that you need to take when connecting your n8n stuff. So once you get all of that information, right, here's my little flow that I'm going to create. I don't know if I need this schedule, but I'm going to do QuickBooks estimate, update all this stuff, put it into my Airtable base so it's easy for internal use. But once you get into here, right, you'll click on this, you'll go to this little pencil thing, and then you will go ahead and enter in your client ID and client secret once everything is connected. Right? So down here, there will actually be like a little orange button that says connect my account. And so once you have all of that information from intuit.developer.com, or developer.intuit.com, my apologies, you will be able to move forward. So once that is complete, we go back to workspaces. Here is my, nope, it's this one. Here is my other one right here, and it will say in production. So once you are in production, then you are all good and they've approved it and you're good to go. So it didn't take mine 40 minutes to complete, and it also didn't take 30 minutes or however long it says for them to approve it. It was pretty quick within a few minutes once I updated the reCAPTCHA thing. So I hope this video helps, and I hope this allows you to start automating everything and getting your QuickBooks and n8n connected. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask any questions down below in the comments, or feel free to send me an email. I'm sure my email is somewhere on my YouTube profile page somewhere. So hope this video helped, and happy automating.